This is a test run, so I'm going to start off with, hello, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Vlogging with Joey. I'm your host, Joey Taylor. I'll be your entertainment for today, like you. Currently, I'm a student here at Embry-Riddle, but that's not all I do. Not all I am. I'm also a flight chief here at Patrick Air Force Base in Florida. I just wanted to start off with a big thank you for tuning in to my vlog. I know there are many other things you could have been doing today, but I appreciate that you included me in your day. Today, I'm going to talk to you about a topic that dives into the minds of buyers on the market: buying behavior. There are 4 different types of buying behavior: complex buying behavior, dissonance reducing buying behavior, a lot there, habitual buying behavior, and variety seeking buying behavior. To start, complex buying behavior, very time consuming. Bring the scene when there are quite a few differences between brands on the market that it just makes it just so massive. Just so many different brands, so many different versions of that brand, and so there's quite a bit of involvement that comes from the buyer, mainly researching and comparing those products, those brands. Examples of this would be purchasing a new vehicle, as some, if not most of us, have done in our lifetime, as well as searching for a new mobile phone, either for the first time or after we've accidentally destroyed the old one. My experience with this type of behavior has been with buying my new truck. It's been a couple years now, so I will go to the end and work my way back a little bit. I've had my truck for a few years now, and I love it. Love my truck. All the options that I researched, all the different functions that I've researched, things that I may need in my life, things that I didn't really need, but why not, right? And things that I just absolutely didn't care for, so I didn't bother with. So for about 2 or 3 months, I researched and researched and researched. Yes, you guessed it. But after I've done all my research, then came the interesting part, the fun part, the part most people dread: actually going to buy the vehicle. So then it was a matter of, do I stay here in Cocoa and buy one, or do I go to Orlando, or do I go somewhere else, somewhere that offers the vehicle, my vehicle, the one that I wanted, for the price that I wanted, something I'd be willing to pay for anyway. So that was the hard part, because either they didn't have exactly what I wanted, or the price was too steep. Long story short, this type of buying behavior took quite a bit of input from me, as well as quite a bit of input from the internet, and making phone calls. I had to make phone calls, I had to do so many things, but ultimately I got what I wanted for the price that I was willing to pay for. The next type of behavior is dissonance reducing buying behavior. Now let's break this down a little bit. Dissonance, essentially it's the lack of agreement, or it's an inconsistency. This type of behavior is aimed at reducing this inconsistency, or this type of lack of agreement, so to speak. Now this can be a click when making decisions, this type of behavior. It's mainly seen when there are a few different brands, differences of brands within a market. And there's still quite a bit of involvement, but not that many differences in brands. And I mean it in that manner of it's not as complex. So the first one's very complex. Many options. Many different styles. Just one subtle difference can make or break your decision. This is a little bit less complex. So that lack of agreement in terms of complexity. So, example, I guess to say for this would be, and it's going to sound weird, but picking out socks. Socks, just generically, a cover for your foot, but color, size, material. So there's a little bit of involvement in there, yes, but not as much or not as complex as technology, so to speak. So, my experience with this type of behavior is when I purchased a new pair of jeans. Yes, there's different styles, different colors, different fit, I've learned, but I didn't have to research too far, but I did research some. At the end of the day, it was more about the price than the style or the pockets or the color. So more just about, can I purchase it for a few dollars cheaper at Walmart or any other brand name that you can insert there that sells those types of jeans. So, to each their own, I guess. Next is the habitual buying behavior. Now, this is where most of us tend to hover. Be very quick when purchasing a product. There's very little involvement from the buyer, and I say that in a way that will make sense in a minute. There's not much variance in the brands being offered as well. So motivation may be about the price, or it may be about the satisfaction of the product that you purchased before. Mostly when we see this type of behavior, there isn't much research needed in it. The complexity of the product is very low. By that, I go into my experience. Now, my experience with this type of behavior was when I purchased body wash. I've gone through and tried out different brands, tried out different styles, and I've settled in to my body wash. I've used bar soaps, I've used liquid soap, I've used, yes, powder. I digress. I don't think I need to go any deeper than that. Essentially, yes, I've settled in on my type of body wash. So when I run low, I just go to the store, grab it right off the shelf. No thought needed. I get what I want because I know I like it. And finally, the variety-seeking buyer behavior. Now this can be tricky. It can yield slow decision making, but it can be fun, it can be exciting. Mainly when there are few options available, but there isn't really a necessity in researching the product or products. It's mostly seen when buying a product where the person wants to try new things. So an example of that for me would be my experience related to food. So I'll give a couple examples. My wife and I, we both like to go to Olive Garden. Here and there, we like to indulge. And we've been there countless times. However, every time she pulls up the menu, she sees the one thing that she likes. She chooses it every time. Fettuccine Alfredo, classic. I, however, want to see every square inch of that menu because I may see something that is different that I would like to try. So it's not often I go there and get the same thing twice without having to look through the menu first to see if maybe there's a special, a limited time only type of menu item, or whatever tickles my fancy. Another example of this is if we go to a restaurant that we've never been to before. But again, she falls back on her type of behavior where she finds something that's similar in nature to what she would eat anywhere else, some type of fettuccine, and I, again, research every square inch of that menu, especially if it's a menu that is brand new, never seen the day of light before. I want to see everything about that menu. You never know. Might be something new that I've never tried before. So today, talked about the 4 different types of buying behavior, which are the complex buying behavior, the dissonance reducing buying behavior, again, quite a bit there, the habitual buying behavior, and finally, the variety seeking buying behavior. I've given examples of each, and I've given you my life experiences pertaining to each type of behavior. So, again, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying tuned in. I hope you've enjoyed this as well as maybe even learned something from it. And thank you for vlogging with Joey. Bye.